Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here and welcome back to an all new Call of Duty World War II Zombies video, and we are already talking about DLC 2 for World War II Zombies. Yes, that is right. If you've not been keeping up to date with the recent leaked information for World War II Zombies that I have been covering on my channel, we have received an absolute ton of leaks for DLC 1. We know the location of DLC 1, it's going to be set within the Heligo Islands in the North Sea in the north of Germany. From leaked information, we know this, as well as the fact we got a teaser trailer for DLC 1. Within this teaser trailer, it showed a map of where the multiplayer maps as well as the war map is going to be set, and we also saw an Iron Cross, which is going to be where the Zombies map is going to be set, and we can see that it takes place slightly off the shore within the north of Germany, which is exactly where Heligoland is set. And I've made an entire video going over the storyline for DLC 1 already, but the Easter egg code has also leaked for DLC 1, and again, I will leave links to videos regarding that in this video's description. But within today's video, like I promised within those videos, I'm going to be going over DLC 2 instead. Now, I just need to give a massive disclaimer. Since DLC 1 is still not even out for another 2.5 months, it comes out on January the 30th on PS4, we obviously do not have much information regarding DLC 2. So obviously everything I talk about within this video is going to be heavily speculated, because once DLC 1 actually releases and once we've solved the Easter egg for that map and we get the ending cutscene, it will give us a better idea of where we're going within the future in terms of DLC 2 and beyond, and it will give us a better idea of where the storyline will be proceeding. But at this current point in time, we do not even know why we're going to the DLC 1 map, which is set, as he said, in the Heligoland Islands. We don't even know why we're going to that map at the moment. So obviously we have no idea about why we're going to the DLC 2 map, but I'm going to try and come up with some theories within today's video. But obviously once DLC 1 is actually out, I'm going to make an updated video to this video because we will have a lot more information, so I'll be able to speculate a lot more accurately, since a lot of the speculation within this video is going to be far-fetched, so I doubt most of it will come true apart from the location, which we know 100%. But without further ado, if you do go on to enjoy this video, by the end of it, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and go for 1,115 likes on today's video as well. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss a future upload here on the channel. Don't forget to turn notifications on to ensure furthermore that you never miss an upload. But with that all out of the way, let's get straight on into the video. So if you haven't seen my prior video, I promised that I would make this video within it because there was a post put up by Lime Zombies over on the Call of Duty Zombies Reddit, also known as Lime Tiger. I will leave a link to the Reddit post as well as his channel down in this video's description if you want to go ahead and check him out. But the post reads as follows. So I was looking through the code for Easter egg codes since I started seeing references to maps that didn't have the same code as the Final Reich and the House map, which is obviously Groston House. I investigated a little further and discovered the code for DLC 1 and DLC 2 as follows. So the code for the Final Reich is simply MP Zombie Nest, and the code for the house, which is Groston House, is MP Zombie House. We then have the DLC 1 map, which is MP Zombie Island, which, as I said, I've already made a whole video about, and we have the DLC 2 map, which is MP Zombie Berlin. So it seems like DLC 2 is going to be set in Berlin. Now there is a slim chance that this code that's in reference to a map set within Berlin could possibly be for DLC 3 or DLC 4. Now the reason why I'm saying this is because we 100% know that the code in reference to this island map is for DLC 1, since it's been officially revealed to us from that map that we got within the teaser trailer for DLC 1 Resistance. However, we have not gotten an official confirmation about DLC 2, so this very well could be for one of the DLCs that follows after that, but I don't think so. It's more than likely that this is DLC 2. So it seems like we're going to be getting a map set within Berlin. Now, in terms of the storyline of this map, again, it's really hard to speculate because we haven't even gotten DLC 1 yet. So all we can speculate is that what we know from the Final Reich. So at the end of the Final Reich, what happens at the end of the Dark Reunion Easter egg is that we manage to save Klaus. And when we save Klaus, what happens is he sort of walks through this path and he goes to the center of the map where there's the fire well trap, and he basically explodes it. And we're going to play a clip of that right now from Unpunk Rock. I have not completed this Easter egg yet still. I've only gotten up to the step where you need to collect zombie kills by the gramophone, but every time I've tried to do it, I've died, unfortunately. So I'm just going to play this clip right now. I will leave a link to Unpunk Rock's channel down in this video's description, so I'll let you guys listen to that now.
Either you hit the wall.
Oh! He just did it!
So as you can see, Klaus says the following: the Emperor must not return. Now, who is he in reference to? Well, he is in reference to the Emperor Barbarossa. Now, that is a big part of the storyline of the Final Reich, because there was the legend of Barbarossa. Now, if you don't know what the legend of Barbarossa is essentially, the legend goes like this. According to a king in the mountain legend, Emperor Frederick Barbarossa, who was an emperor of the Roman Empire, but he also became the king of Germany, and he had drowned on the 10th of June 1190 in the Goxu River near Silifok during the Third Crusade, and the legend goes that he is not in fact dead but sleeps in a hidden chamber underneath the Kaifhauser Hills. Now, the Kaifhauser Mountains are set right by a Bavarian village in Mittelberg, which is in Germany, and that is exactly where the Final Reich is set. So that's where this legend ties into the Final Reich storyline. And the legend goes that he sits motionless at a stone table, and his beard has supposedly grown so long over the centuries that it grew through the table, as in the similar legend of King Arthur. Barbarossa supposedly awaits his country's hour of great needs, when he will emerge once again from under the hill. The presence of the ravens circling the Kaifhauser summit is said to be a sign of Barbarossa's continuing presence. So in summary, the legend essentially goes that he was said to be dead, he's not actually dead, and when the ravens come and fly, that is when he will be resurrected, and he is said to bring Germany back to their greatness once again. And that's how it ties into the Final Reich. Now, when we're saving Klaus within the Final Reich, the big theory that's going around at the moment is by saving Klaus, he ends up becoming possessed by Barbarossa in the fire, and he says, do not let the Emperor return. So the theory that's going around in the community is that by saving Klaus, we thought we were doing a good deed, but in fact it's made the situation worse because we've just unleashed Barbarossa onto the world. Now, in terms of why we're going to this Heligoland map, which is DLC 1, we really don't know. I have made a whole theory about this within my speculation storyline video, that we're going there because there is a ton of archaeological importance of the map. The island used to be called Holy Island, and there's also references to the god Forseti. So I speculated that maybe within each of the DLCs, we're going to be trying to get a sword of different gods, since we got this sword at the end of the Final Reich's Easter egg, or at least just the base of it. So maybe we'll be getting another sword within DLC 1, and we'll be getting one within each of the DLCs, which will lead to some sort of climax with DLC 4. That could be very well possible. But in terms of why we're going to Berlin, I don't really know, to be honest. Now, I would assume that we're going to go there after the Battle of Berlin, because we know that the Final Reich takes place in the final stages of the war, since the reason why the zombie outbreak started is that Straub started experimenting on the zombies to create some sort of master race that would be better than just human soldiers that would literally be able to tank in the war, and that was their last desperation. So they created these genetically engineered zombies that were made out of metal, and the metal within the zombies would inflict pain on them, which would essentially make them stronger. So we know that it's set within the final stages of the war, and the Battle of Berlin took place from the 16th of April to the 2nd of May 1945. So we can only assume that it takes place a bit after the Battle of Berlin. So I think when we go to this map, it's going to be all destroyed, or we might be going to this map during the Battle of Berlin, but I don't think so. I think we're going to be going to this map after it's happened, because the results of the Battle of Berlin is what led to Adolf Hitler ending up committing suicide, because of the fact that he realized that the war was sort of over, so he just took his own life. And we know that within the storyline, Straub literally says that the Führer is dead, which is obviously Hitler. So we know that within the storyline, it's post after Hitler killed himself, so we do know that it is literally right at the end of the war, which means it's definitely after the Battle of Berlin, which means that when we're going to be going to Berlin within this map, it's going to be all destroyed. I don't think it's going to be taking place during the battle itself. But yeah, I don't really know what the storyline of this map is going to be. I don't know why we're going to be going there, because we haven't gotten DLC 1 yet. We know the location is Berlin, and that is about it. Now, we do also have a potential image of DLC 2. Now, the reason why I say this, and this has been found by the Drag J, which I'll leave a link to his channel in this video's description, because within the headquarters section of multiplayer, there is a section dedicated to zombies, and within this section on the wall, there are two images. Now, people have been speculating that these could be the images of DLC 1 and DLC 2. Now, the bottom image looks like some sort of forested area, so that's possible that it could be DLC 1, which is set within the Heligo Islands. That could be what that image is for. It could be for another map, we don't know, but that's just what people are speculating. Maybe this image is for DLC 3 or DLC 4, but then the top image shows these mountains, and we do know that there are hills that take place near Berlin, and maybe, just maybe, these mountains or hills are or whatever you want to call it, could possibly be the DLC 2 map, and they could be for Berlin, or once again it could be for the DLC 3 or DLC 4 map. Only time will tell. I'm sorry I haven't been able to bring much information within this video because I don't know where we're going in terms of the storyline in the future. All I can think of at the moment is that we're going to be trying to get the sword of each of the different important emperors. We're going to be trying to get the swords of each of them, maybe within each of the DLCs. We may be getting one again with DLC 2. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of all of this? I'm sorry I haven't been able to bring much to the table, but obviously we don't even have DLC 1 yet. I will be making an updated video, as I said, as soon as DLC 1 is out. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for the latest and greatest World War II zombies news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.